back up on a big map like Breeze, and just look, you've already got Trex making his way in through the halls. Looks like he's got a really good sense of timing on this one. Nobody ready for him, and all this pressure inside of main, it's just going to allow Trex to come up behind and catch a free kill. Not quite the second, though, as aim letting him down a little bit. And Guild are going to struggle to get anything done here as it closes out 1-0 to Vitality.
Yeah, it was very risky running in there, but it's because he wanted the neuro theft. He wanted that information for his team so that they could go for that risky rotation in a round where they almost have to take a gamble. He's still fighting with 5 HP and a rifle. Like, normally I'd be screaming for him to give it over to a teammate, but already managing to give a 2-man advantage over to Vitality in their bonus, Guild need to fight back.
Look at Kata up close as well. He's dashed on out. That's not an ideal fight. They need to take Trex down. He's got prime real estate to deny any sort of diffuse going down, and this round is now just falling apart. Great play by Trex, making up for some earlier mistakes, and now this round is locked in indeed. But Shadow soon to fall and put 2-1 on the board. Got control. Normally you'll see it on the A side. A lot of teams like to pressure on this attack, but Guild are already showing us a very successful B take with a 5v4 retake. And Coldamenta. He's using the wall. He's crept up behind Brams. That is a brainy play.
That's as free as it gets. Russ, screwed. Good flash. Kata already finding another one. Shadow's got the biggest crosshair known to mankind. Can he find a headshot with it? No, he can't. Maybe try a smaller one. Leo will give that advantage back, and for the remainder of Vitality, it is forced into a save. Still, again, it got a little bit more dangerous than I expected it to. It was looking very clean. That's one of the normal ways to play this, is to basically just ult almost instantly and try and lock it down. Trex, I think he's just been owned there. Like, it was his teammate pushed in initially, and he's just found instead Coldamenta's actually going to be the one to use his ult to lock down the site. The Viper's Pit will give them a free plant and make this retake fairly difficult, especially with no ultimates available for Vitality. They're hoping for a little bit of luck.
Shock Dart's going to go through and not really find them anything. Luck definitely not on their side to start with. And yeah, Bram's using his orb to defend. Worked well. He managed to get a kill, slow down the push, but ultimately, you know, he wanted to use that ulti then if they did push in for retake or something like that, but that has not worked out, and now they almost have no chance for Vitality getting in through this kind of Viper utility. The players that Guild had to the advantage as well, there was virtually no way for this one to work out. They're starting to push up on A a little bit late. They might be able to catch Coldamenta, but on the B side, it's only back to defend, and nobody is anywhere close. He has to hold on, and he's already 24 health.
Oh, saves going up above, just trying to hunt him down. There has been a kill on the other side, but it's going to be back to fall. Sure, the knives are gone, but there's still an operator in play. Now, the rest of the team not really able to cross right now. The flash will at least grant them a path, but already the remaining players are rotating through. Now, one has been caught on the flank. I believe that's Kata, and so they know at least that he's coming in from behind, and they need something here from Shadow, but he gets nothing as well. Trex just trading out too, and again, putting this in a really horrible spot. He'll finally get dropped, and the spike hasn't yet gone down. This is starting to look very, very shaky for Vitality. Okay, Shadow will eventually peek and take down Safe, and they still have that Viper's Pit. Timing's everything, and Brams will win the duel. It's turned the round at least into their favor, and with Kata pushing aggressively, that'll be the spike down and another dropped.
Well, this round for Vitality seems to be going quite well. They've got the spike yet again, and Trex, despite having what would be a pretty good position most of the time, is going to have to play back into his own spawn to get that spike back. He's about to be spotted. Oops, not going to be spotted. Okay. But he'll walk right into the operator of Kata. If it's still looking his way, he's in a lot of trouble. Oh, no, that's an awkward fight. And now he'll be executed from behind as well.
Actually, Shadow will close it out just to get them a split in as well. It is very scary with how things have gone.
Oh, that is an interesting Viper's Pit. Sender's already behind it, and he's taking a double. This is absolutely ridiculous. Guild trying to fight their way into mid. I don't think I've ever seen that pit before. And Sender has just aced the round, slapping them down and putting Vitality on 4.
We've seen one of them at least.
2 Guardians and a Spectre to play with here for Guild. This isn't the best of times to really be getting up close and personal. Certainly not the best of times to be whiffing the shots, but luckily, Brams has got that memo. He's able to take a double before falling. The B site comes with a heavy cost, and that cost just keeps on stacking up. Leo drops the spike in the open now, and look at that. Trex is being spotted. You know exactly where he is, and with a Spectre, he's trying to close in that distance. Alexander will do it for him. That's all right. He'll take that upgraded weapon, 1v2, and even the ulti to play with. So this is kind of scary now, Tom.
Does actually have a cage, so he could just try and steal it. But I think he wants to try and even things up a little bit more before he does that. And Wildcat is not going to give him the chance to set the map. Like that's pretty decent. Brams as well. This is ready for safe checks. Okay, just goes up. He's like, all right, I expect you to be there. I know you're going to be waiting, and just gets a free kill.
Leo's seen them. He's going to reveal that, though. The recon giving it away for now. The shock dart on the way, but Safe keeps on delivering. He's already got 3 and leaving Shadow on just 1 health. The shock dart chases him on the way out the doors.
These Spectres become deadlier by the second, and well, the Marshals coming through could kill off any one of these players, so it is starting to get very, very scary. Brams, though, lands a shot onto Trex, and that could be the difference maker. It gives them a little bit of breathing room, a chance to get on the afterplant, and while retaking with short-range weapons is never going to be easy, this duel could be everything, though. Shadow is only on 24 HP.
And he's down. Rifle to be retrieved here. Coldamenta now has a good off angle to cover his teammate as they move up. In fact, that wall is great. It's going to lock them in the backside, allow these players to start taking open fights. Brams does such a good job, though. Well, there as well, but it's the B site that they look to push on into now, giving that well and truly away. Trex is trying to make it to the left side. Those players have pushed right past his utility by now. How are they still being caught? Why did they not destroy it? They revealed it. I'm so confused. And Trex is able to just sideswipe and take this round.
Oh, that is awful as well, because they suppressed. He got suppressed, so all of his utility disappeared, and then they sort of walked through it, and then just sort of carried on without realizing it was still there.
Take that control with the Viper wall they've got down. It looks like it's going to be a pretty clean plant at least, and that will be then a Viper's pit.
Okay, well, Vax's just been wrecked. Like, that's the thing. They set up exactly the same way with the utility from Trex, but Trex was not there. So you could see the players basically looking to try and find out where he is this time, and they still haven't got rid of his cam. The players could just look to try and go for wallbangs. A lot of damage has come in onto Brams. Shadow, though, and Brams are going to come up big. A shorty kill, something you never really want to see, but is still happening with Safe, and he's right in the face of another. Brams is just using a stinger in his Viper's pit, and it's done a lot of damage. Now it's into that 1 versus 1. Sender facing off against Trex. The time ticking down. He's got that defuse halfway through, but the cage is almost leaving. This is a bit of a ruse from the cam, making it clear that he's not on the spike, and Sender has played this one to perfection. There is not enough time for Trex to do anything, and it's going to be another round on the board for Vitality. As his timer ticks on, you got to take the fight eventually. It's not ideal with, like you were saying, those weaker weapons. Use the flashes. Teammates coming out to cover the angles with that operator. Lock down a lot of the ranged ones. Look for the Spectres up close, but Russ and Safe dealt with immediately. 1 for Trex, but they need more. They need so much more, and now they're starting to find it. With Kata down, but the timer is really the biggest constraint here. And the Hunter's Fury is going to guarantee that, but hold on. That's going to get the kill. Okay, this should be done. 1v1, already halfway defused, but Shadow's going to swing out. Hold on, actually, it's going to be close. And he sticks it right under his nose. The timing, only just barely rounding the corner in time. Patient play. No need to get aggressive, especially when you know your opponent's economy is somewhat on the brink. Ornamenta, those in a little bit of trouble here. 49 HP, he's just going to get taken out straight away from back, and while suppressed in the corner, an operator definitely not ideal for this sort of play. So the trade's coming through thick and fast. Again, this B-side for both teams has looked vulnerable. Leo will at least get one back, but it's at the cost of his teammate Russ. As they start to close in the distance now, looking to avenge Russ. The angles are being watched. There's too many players for Vitality on that backside, and not enough for Gil to really, not enough utility for them to push them out. At this point, Trex is just looking to save. At least you would imagine so. He's fighting a lot. Not gonna be able to get out of there. Oh, I'm not
blaming him for pushing up. You want to recover your honor almost from the previous round, right? But Cat is the one picking up the opening. Leo to fall at the hands of this Jet operator. Been wreaking havoc in these last few rounds as Vitality once again set their sights on B. The fact that they've heard that Viper's Pit go down does not deter them. They still have a drone to work with as well. Shadow having that online this late into the round could be super useful, but he's about to take a risky fight as they push all the way through halls, and Russ will eliminate him. Now that Viper's Pit becomes so much more difficult to handle.
Yeah, but they've got a lot of space around mid because of the amount of players that push. Safe will be watching it, supporting his player from afar, and well, knowing there's at least a couple of players in that direction and the aggressive push from Russ.
In fact, he's about to run into Russ. No! Russ stepped back and away just as Kata came back into cave. The question is, does Russ have an idea? And even if he doesn't, he's going to go towards cave to try and catch these 8 players. They're about to meet each other, and it's Kata that ends up coming out on top as Russ falls. That is cave secured, and Vitality, oh, well, with that op kill, they look set to take this round across the line.
That was absolutely everything. Russ looks away for a literal second, and that's enough to give the space to Kata. Now Trex fighting back in. He's found an angle. There's some space into the site, knowing exactly where one of the remainder is now, especially with Kata. He can give the information over to Safe. He's looking to try and peek that with the operator. Rams is still on the site itself, but that is filthy from Kata, who's going to close it out with the ace. Vitality.
In mid, there's no one anywhere to help him. This man is solely and entirely alone with the bookie. Luckily, Vitality are going the other way, and they're going right into Safe, who's already taken the first, who's going in for more, and doing a massive amount of damage. A shock dart about to go through after that damage was done, and Brams falls. Oh my god! Vitality are running into these pistols, and they're getting obliterated. Another one for Russ, and here comes a flank play. Sure, they've caught Trex, but there's still so many more to deal with.
Well, I will say, Codement has the worst flank weapon of all time, so all he can do is hold them in. He cannot push off of this, but it doesn't matter, because they're landing everything else! It's just a sheriff round coming out from Guild. Well, you can see this time they're making sure that they destroy all of the utility. What? Okay, Leo. That might be the most tags I've ever seen coming out from one blast of a Hunter's Fury, and this is looking done. Look how low these players are. They are in a 3 versus 5. 2 players have 105 HP between them, and Kata is being isolated. It's left all on to Sender on their map choice, the first map of a best of 5, in a decent position, and it has slipped away to some pistols and a ridiculous Hunter's Fury. Can he do anything here to try and turn the tide? The answer is no. Guild are going to take map 1.
Depending on the comp you want to run, but starting on the attack, I think Guild have made a good call here for blitzing through that utility. Remember, with this iteration of the map as well. We're going to get that spike going down nice and early on here in the pistols. Guild just walk into the A side, really.
Yeah, more of the same of what we saw. And on the other side, I think Vitality have gone for an early push. However, though, it is going to be Russ to start things off. Playing in that close angle in the corner. Looking to try and do as much as he can. In fact, Safe's going to have to go all the way around. It might not matter, though, because his teammates are doing a lot of the damage. He's got a long way still to run. They're just defusing. It is going to play the part, and there's nothing he can do at this stage. I don't know if he meant to go into TP. I don't know if that was part of the plan. But Sender, well, highlighted by Ryan. Of course, there was a small amount of utility in order to try and slow them down, but hasn't really done anything. So we get a 3v3. The remaining players, well, at least 2 of them, do currently have some weaponry in their hands as well. And because Leo hasn't spotted anyone, he'll know where they're coming from.
Oh, it's perfect! That is such a nice snake bite. Oh my god. Well, with that one going down, we're starting to look at a little bit of a better position to play for here for Guild. It's a 2 versus 1 Sender. 31 health left. The shock dart almost catching him as he walks through this doorway. So many players left to find. He's going to use an orb, but look at the plants. It's not even for him. Oh, he thought it was going to be up close.
Now trying to sneak its way through the site.
And he's called for that rotation early, having already spotted Safe. So Cat is here to clear this out with him. Recon confirms they've got control over it. And there's the Viper's Pit active. Look who's coming around the side. It's Safe to catch Cat off. Why does he go back in for that control through the Viper's sword? I don't know. But it works out, completely catching them off guard. And Shadow is left in a 1v4. Playing back into a Viper's Pit as well, having to get that defuse, and he's got 27 HP. The odds are definitely stacked against him on this one, I think it's fair to say. Even getting out with a rifle will be tough. I think he seems to be thinking about just doing damage.
This is a round that I think I could watch back like 15 times, and there would just be like a load of different things that we saw.
Against them on this one. Unless Shadow's able to mow them down on the cross. This recon's already gone through, and it hasn't even found a tag as they just cross on over. 10 seconds left as the plant goes down. The shots would have to be gorgeous because he's inside the tube. Nice and safe, nice and secure. Time not going to be a problem for Guild now, but they have lost Trex. And with that, look at Center. He's caught Coldamenta. He's actually cleared the angle. The Hunter's Fury going straight down through the tunnel. It's free as can be. Safe. Good for one, but he has to find 3. One up in. Hookah still will be caught on the way out. Safe. Looking to clutch this now in the 1v1. Still with a dash online. And a headshot to close it. A 1v3 for Safe. The thing is, it doesn't even feel like sights have been their issue more so. Brams, he's gone through the smoke and blinded up at the last second. Russ is able to get the kill. I cannot believe what I've just witnessed. That's actually absurd.
Getting owned by the squid.
He did everything right, man. That was like his utility, his timing, everything about it was so good.
This is the 3 players. This is the one. Oh,
There's
no.
a recon down. Back, gonna be stunned up, and now he's in trouble because they've seen him showstopper pop. This is just delay strategy. He just wants to keep them back. Shock darts are coming on through, and he'll get out of there with his life. The showstopper ultimately serves no purpose, and now he's on 50 health with Sender drop behind him. He has to try to open up a little bit of space with this op. They're about to crunch in on him now. He's even vulnerable as well. The op in hand waiting. Oh my God, Max! It's just being played by Safe. A classic takes him down, and 5v3 we stand. Vitality desperate for a round. My God, they just can't get anything. But Shadow, this could be it. No, I don't think it will be. 46 health remaining. This round is well and truly done.
In the site, you can see that operator up above, just ready, watching. Although it was, it's actually rotated through. Sender's going to win the fight. A decent cosmic divide to make those battles a little bit more awkward. And well, this is looking a lot better for Vitality. Finally winning out some of these duels, and well, I think Russ has realized this round is maybe gone, so just going to try and retrieve a couple of ultimate orbs, get those Seekers back, because we've seen already multiple rounds won by that ult alone.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, I'm not sure where they're sitting economy-wise on exact numbers, but I'll say strong. Guild, not going to be too worried about losing those rifles. Definitely worth trying to farm up towards the ultimate.
You can see the Seeker's incredibly confused, but because one has been destroyed, they might not expect back to still be here. He's going to line up a couple, finally stepping up to the plate and putting a couple on the board. There's still another for him to deal with, and Coldamenta will at least put him in the grave.
With Safe shutting down Shadow, now they need a big return. The Hunter's Fury goes out searching for a couple of players, and although Kato ends up on 70 HP, there'll be no taking him down just yet. 2 versus 3. These players,
out of charges.
as of yet unknown, but Leo's about to reveal himself. They know exactly where he is now. That reveal not going to do all too much for him, and he's being pushed from behind. 1 versus 1, but Sender catches him, just making it around before I think Leo would have swung to check it. So it's a trade-off, I suppose.
Yeah, they're going to have to go for a bit more of an awkward plant, though. Because they can't go for default because they don't have any long control. So they have to try and plant for the spawn, and they don't have that control either, or at least for now. Coldamenta's still waiting, and he's only going to get 1. That's an important clear. The trade out of players is definitely worth it for Vitality.
Enemy marked.
With low HP on a lot of these guild guys, and now they're stuck on long. This is looking like the pistol that Vitality needed has been secured. Nice and easy to finish off these last remaining players, and there it is. Yeah, he's bailing on out of there. The snake bite. Making him feel like he's overstayed his welcome a little bit. Skirmishing behind this wall. We talked about time earlier on. There's only 15 seconds left, and the spike has again been dropped. Time to attempt it again for Vitality. The time, and they have to just do it now. And this has to be huge by Brams, and he's actually holding the front line, allowing the spike plant to go down. That is incredible. I thought that their backs against the wall, backed into a corner. I didn't think they'd have any chance, but now they've got a 2v3.
Oh, almost a little bit more. Shadow leaving a player low. Brams needs this duel, and he's going to take another. And look at Sender. He's got the timing almost perfect. Just wrapping back around. Brams is going to peek, but he's almost just buying time for that last man to come through. Instead, though, it looks like he's going for the lineups. It won't even matter. Still see a little bit of a jiggle peek from Russ, just trying to spot information. And the Tiger, I believe, will have actually seen 1 player. Safe, though, has just decimated Vac, and now Trex has killed off Brams on the other side.
But Safe attempting to leave his safe spot has been caught. Kata doing a damn good job of buying vitality and opportunity still, though. They're a man behind as they play on in towards Lamps, hoping to catch a player off guard, but they cannot do so. And now they have to go, presumably attempt at plants, where they can be spammed. Gravwell down to discourage them. 30 seconds on the clock. This is all going to be posturing as these players attempt to drag out the utility of their opponents. And more importantly, they want to be peaked right now. They want a defender to swing on in. They'll get the plant in the end, securing it completely, putting up their orbs, but that's when a flank comes through from Russ, and he takes a quick double, leaving Shadow. Do practically nothing in this. I mean, the time definitely against him. They know exactly where he is and where he's moving. As he steps around the corner, Trex quickly deals with him. Oh, the timing on that as well, just as Astra goes into her Cosmic Divide, but Safe still hasn't peeked around the corner, only now rounding it. There it is. Brahms goes down, and now we'll move towards the side itself. The Showstopper not even fired off in time. But that Viper's Pit might just secure it for Vitality. A huge advantage. Desperately trying to find a kill here with the Hunter's Fury, but it'll land nothing.
Yeah, they do have the Seekers, though. And that's going to be one of the scariest ults you can have while you're in a Viper's Pit, because if you get hit by it, your position is revealed. Most of the players doing quite well, but Russ straight in there managing to clear one out. Sender has also had to leave his Viper's Pit, so if he's there for too long, it will dissipate, although that may end up being an advantage. Shadow catches out Trex as he pushes as well, and it's just trading back and forth. A 3 versus 2 in the favor for now, but Vac, he springs his trap straight out the back. Koldamenta going through with the Judge, though, will drop him, and now it's left all on to Sender, and he will be caught as well.
Now, makes that much easier pill to swallow. Not having that coming into the next. Up he goes again. Safe now in trouble. He's just going to get out of there.
Only just. He's only he got 42 HP.
Oh my god.
A little bit of Judge on Judge. This Koldamenta's going to wrap back around and kill off Vac. It's not something you say too often, but when you're on bind, it's something we've come to expect. And Safe, even while low on HP, is going to go back for the re-aggression. There are still 3 players within this B site. It's a 3-on-3 as they try and entry.
I think they might have spotted Safe, or Russ, sorry, but apparently not, because he's able to just side-swipe for a triple. Yep, they most definitely are. Not in this fight, though. Safe has been dropped immediately. Brahms showing up yet again. It's on the Guardian this time. Rex gets tagged up on his way through, down to just 79 health. Koldamenta dropped through the smoke. The Judge punish. He was trying to play a shallower version of Vanity. And Vanity did the same thing, but he would put the star.
Are you saying Vanity shallow? That's not very nice.
Yeah. And apparently I'm saying Koldamenta's even shallower. So there you go.
So toxic, Mitch. God.
I know, yeah.
Next you're going to be calling out coaches.
Me? No. No, that would never happen. 11-8, Guild can lose this round. It's not going to be the end of the world for them, but it's been an impressive amount of duels for Vitality. They spread out, they take those individual fights, and they win every single one. They catch Guild's aggression. Now this defensive side faces a pretty big task. No ultis to play with. This op on the retake as well. I'm not really feeling it for Trex. He's about to be pushed on and eliminated. Brahms slapping him in the face with his barrel first. Oh my god, Leo. He doesn't win this. Surely he doesn't. 1v3.
He knows there's a player in the close corner. He knows where every single player is right now. He knows the Shadow's close. He saw the other player afar, and Sender's been firing in utility. Brahms, this is an easy kill. For a man who has played Jet for a long time on that op.
Well, as you heard, 30 seconds are left on the clock, and Vitality have to make a move now. There's almost no time to switch up directions. Cosmic Divide committed, and here's the push. Gravwell slows them. Leo and Safe showing up for a double. Hunter's Fury not doing what it needs to, because with 12 seconds left, Shadow's all alone, and he has no chance of getting out of here with a win at least. Vitality really wanted Guild to make a mistake and step out of line here, but now they're realizing you got to put it all on the table here and now, see what you can get done. The Hunter's Fury blindly deployed, but they knew they were coming through mid. The Gravwell caught Vac. He's down to 70 HP. Shadow barely holding on 20. That heal not coming through, sadly. With Cadaver now gone and everybody else following, it's left to Brahms trying to clutch this out with the op, but he will not get it done either. And 13-9. Dumb teams abandoned the Jet. But Safe, he didn't ever abandon it. He's always playing it. Oh, the wall goes up and the dash is already in. Kata behind enemy lines, but Leo spots him and Brams falls right after. Things are looking good for Vitality here in the pistol round with some strong duels going their way. Or for Guild. Names are swapped.
Yes. it's gone the Guild way. And Safe, he's been so good in the pistol rounds with this Sheriff. The only man left is Sender. They haven't actually spotted him, but Trex, well, even leaped with surprise. Actually managing those orbs in that way. A little dink to start things off. Not going to do as much damage as maybe they would hope, and it is going to be the site lost. And this is where things get a little bit tougher when you do have those SMGs in play. Going for these retakes, taking these ranged battles. Sender just shutting down a couple of players. Again, there will at least be a trade back, and they do still have the rifles, which are yet to really be spotted.
Oh, that timing. It's given Safe the opportunity to walk through smoke. Looks like they're going to just blitz straight out. In fact, they've dodged the flashes on the timing. Shadow used up all his utility. Now they have nothing left to work with on Vitality's side in terms of util.
In every single firefight, there is a significant advantage, and that is a beautiful cosmic divide. You might be thinking it's an eco, they shouldn't need to use it, but it is huge. It doesn't matter though. One of the jewels has been isolated, and because of that, Safe has gone back. He gets a kill here. The round is over, and he lands the headshot onto Shadow. That's the spike on the ground. It's done. Brams might be a clutch king, but he's not winning this one, and they know he's trapped in the corner. Guild have done it again. Go for that sponsorship. It's a genius play. I wouldn't mind being getting some free McNuggets. Sender though, after already finding an opener on the other side of the map, it's a switch up to B, leaving an isolated player to try and hold on. It hasn't worked out, and although there's a rotation coming through from Kodamenta, I wonder if this is just going to come down to them trying to hold them into the site, because financially, Guild should be in a pretty decent spot. Whereas their opponents, well, if they were to lose too many players here, that would be an issue.
A Guild have pushed down mid as well here. You're looking at Kodamenta maybe trying to catch an angle on Brams, drop that rifle towards the end. But they would have needed a flurry of frags immediately to even think about going for this. Kodamenta's got a good opportunity. He's hearing lots of stat. Oh, no, he doesn't. He does not have a good opportunity at all. He's been off. Hey, nice and clean by Vitality. This is the kind of round they needed to really propel themselves back into it, get their economy. You can dash down into the vents nice and safely. Here comes a showstopper, looking for the site itself. Grav well in. Kata gonna be dropped. Here's the play for Safe, but Brams catches him. Left on 10 health. Vac low as well. No time really for them to get this done. This should be an easy cleanup for Guild.
10 seconds left.
I've seen Vac go towards the site, but there is simply no time.
Look at Russ as well. It may not even matter for this peak because they know that the flank's coming through anyway. Brams, this needs to be a truly ludicrous play to try and get anything done in this one. They are waiting for him. Beautiful whiff from Kodamenta, but it's all right.
Now, we're going to see a duel into Safe, but he's actually missed. And now he's stunned on site. Blade Storm out to try and defend.
30 seconds left.
It's a gorgeous stun, but he's still alive, and the flash will catch him as well. He's being hit by every single piece of utility, but they haven't managed to clear him. Everything that came through, and then the rotation's there as well. Leo, Kodamenta putting another couple in the grave, and while it will be closed out again by Guild,
the rest of the ults, I don't think going to be, well, that impactful, that close by to be pulled out. And Kodamenta's even come in with an Odin and taken down
Look
Brams.
where it was. Look where he is, and look where the player died. That is gross.
Did he, I'm guessing he maybe used a smoke and then spammed through it when the orb was being taken, because it definitely looks like Brams, well, no, actually, Brams had ult already coming into the round, so I don't know why he'd be on orb. Either way, absolutely, the Kodamenta is a lunatic when it comes to playing with that. I don't think they're going to expect Safe to be pushing. He tanked some of that aftershock, and he's right behind them already. That Rolling Thunder buys them a little bit of time, but ultimately it comes down to Safe's timing on whether this will be closed out. Maybe it comes down to the Odin of Kodamenta, who's on site, just demolishing them. And this round, surely done and dusted here. Back, the final man standing now in a 1v3, and they know exactly where he's going to be coming from. Holding the angle is Leo, and we will end up at 9-3 base. And here's the reward as he sneaks up behind Sender, who is about to be infuriated. Russ, don't you take that knife out, thank God. He finishes him off with a pistol.
30 seconds left.
Yeah, they've still got to deal with Kata, though. One more defender on this side. Let's see what he could do. A first kill at least. We'll put it into a 3 versus 3 when the retake begins. but the site has been lost. A plant guaranteed. And that's the thing, the remaining players don't know what angles are held. With Russ being that far forward, they have no idea where the remainder are. Safe taking a big risk. The pop flies, what? 2 for 1. They didn't even need that little lucky shot. But the fact is now, Shadow is all that's left. A 1 versus 3 to try and bring something back. And well, even when opportunities are put into his hands, he's not going to get anything.
There's one. Sneaking around towards the site. The right click actually does a little bit of damage. Both were on 74. It was doable towards the end.
Rat, I won't lie. It's just gross, and I don't want them to push this now. Oh, never mind. Oh, he's just been destroyed. Just trying to tap a few bullets through Shadow with a Bucky. Okay, there's one. That's something at least. A little bit of a gap within the wall, and he's going to delay them at least a little bit. A chance here for something, and he's still doing a lot of damage. Some seriously low players on the other side, but Safe is just running riot. Finally, he's put into the grave and gives them a chance, but there's only Sender left.
Oh, he's managed to recover a rifle, though, and down goes Trex. Low HP for Russ, and even Cold Dementa won't last too long. There's the first dropped already, but he'll be killed in the end. Really, really strong start. Guild lose another player here on mid. That is such a valuable shot connected by Kata. Going in with a Sheriff. Getting out of there with his life. A 5v3 now. Safe needs to do so much with this Blade Storm in hand as he creeps his way into heaven. First shot not going to land. And you see immediately Kata just backs off. He doesn't want to mess with that Blade Storm. And then he does. And that's why he didn't want to mess with it.
Yeah, you don't give him a tight angle to jiggle peek off of. That's the chance for Safe to now turn this back on his head. What was the lifeline? Could still become dangerous. The steps through. Safe found another one. He's left this B site open, but the spike's been dropped. And now he needs to do something truly ridiculous. He goes through it and just gets another one. This really is falling apart. This should have been over by now.
Ridiculous. Safe is on 22 HP. He's picked up a Guardian. Now he's close. Brams manages to shut him down, leaving Trex alone. 1 versus 2. Best opportunity for Vitality so far. Time ticking away. No idea where Trex is, and I think they're just hoping that he'll make a peek eventually and give himself away. As they creep in closer to the site, there's the first spotted up top. Trex is a very good idea of what's going on now, but Brams is a little bit too quick. Vitality find a 4th. Needed them to win that cleanly, because if they are to streak together this many rounds, they better be damn good versus the rifles and even better versus the pistols. But they've taken the first 2 to start with. Rez comes through right after, though. After Leo finding that kill in the previous round, he had this online.
Oh, that was sick.
Spike down B.
Nice little angle to manage to find a kill back. Still, though, it's even. Kata coming in with a Blade Storm. Oh, he almost gets caught out. And Vac still just having to survive alone on the site, but he's doing a great job of it. Nade even goes back out, recovered after a couple of kills, and Sender just misses the timing. I don't know if they will have heard him from behind. It leaves Leo alone, and this time there's nothing he can do. Little for it. He's not cleared out. They do rotate back into the B site, though, and we'll have a decent amount of players here.
Russ is being caught on the way. Kata with the op, delivering, and he's got 2 teammates to cover his crossover. Brams now standing alone as the only cover for that operator, and he's going to swing into a fight. Luckily, Trex runs out of ammo, runs out of the site as well. He's bailing, pushed back by the utility. The 1v3 looking very, very difficult indeed, as these players are just lined up and waiting. Brams misses the first shot, the peak in heaven, not going according to plan. Trex is being given an opportunity here. Oh, this would be such a devastating round for Vitality to lose. The spike is being retrieved by now, and Trex has a choice to make. 30 seconds on the clock, barely any time to rotate, and he won't hit the shot onto Shadows.
Again, this is a full stack outside A. I think this is a complete pace change, and, well, not expecting it to be there, I guess.
Considering the setup from Vitality, they're reading into this. They're expecting Guild to come for it. 3 players around here, no mid control at the start of the round. They thought after the eco that Guild would have gathered the information. Hey, A's kind of weak. We can get in there with pistols, with Spectres. Let's do it with rifles. So Vitality sit on the site and say, yeah, sure, dude. You want to come A? Go ahead. They mow them down. Guild running into that stack early. It was a gamble. They rolled the dice on what they thought was a clear weakness, but Vitality had already made the adjustment. They'd patched up that hole. It's Vitality. It's the rounds around utility that should lead Guild to victory, but so far that hasn't been the case. Brams in trouble. One kill and traded out, sight now open. There's only one player here to stop it. It's Shadow. He's going to ult and he's all by himself. He has to deliver on this, and he's going to be putting an aftershock, but they've evaded it entirely. He slowed them, though. He's run that clock down. Russ in the back lines, though, is the big problem because he's now going to catch back, swinging a little deeper, but Kata shuts him down, and now Shadow almost had the timing, but Coldamenta went back to check it. Vitality on the back foot. 2v4.
Goodbye.
2v3.
30
Trex
seconds
caught. Up shot, not landing. Bladestorm comes out. Kata not able to deliver, and Gilda finally pushed up to 12. The player that needs to show up right now. We talked about it in the previous half. We talked about that Jet defensive side, how much it can do. But now he's pushing forward right into the full force of Guild. Getting out of there is going to be tough. The dash buys him that little bit of extra space, and he's away before they join him. Seekers on their way. He destroys them with the op. Now they're close, safe, looking to punish that operator. Right up in his face, and he'll get the first, following up for more. Safe as a madman, now on site, planting the spike as Shadow wants to get back in, but there's so many players here, and he's caught with util in hand. The showstopper, the last-ditch attempt by Vac. It's found basically nothing so far, and it'll get nothing done again. Vitality are being dismantled at the last second for 13 to 11. Guild take the series.